Have you ever wondered what it's like to look up and spot a bird that rivals the size of a plane? These feathered titans are more than just big. They're captivating. From colossal birds that never leave the ground to creatures with wings that make you feel small, they're truly something to witness. Whether dashing across the earth or gliding through the skies, these birds will shift how you see the animal kingdom. So stick around as we unveil which bird claims the title of giants. Number 15, cassowary. If you've ever looked at a bird and thought it belonged in Jurassic Park, odds are you were staring at a cassowary. That bold blue skin, that strange helmet on its head, this bird's got serious prehistoric energy. It is found in parts of Asia and northern Australia, and the cassowary stands over 6 feet 6 inches and can weigh around 130 pounds. And you do not want to get in its path. These birds are notoriously aggressive. One kick, we mean just a single one, can do a pretty serious damage. Each foot has a razor-like claw, sharp enough to slice open flesh with ease. And yes, people have died. In one tragic case in Florida, a 75-year-old man was killed by his own cassowary. These aren't birds that back down. They're armored, fast, and lethal if provoked. They don't fly, and they don't need to. The cassowary is a brutal reminder that evolution kept some creatures tough, not tame. Approach one wrong, and you'll regret it. Number 14, ostrich. This bird is a full-on unit. If you thought you knew big, try again. The ostrich holds the crown as the planet's largest bird, stretching up to 9 feet tall and weighing nearly 330 pounds. But size isn't even the wildest part. Look at those eyes. They are the largest of any land animal, we mean, about 2 inches wide. Built to stare you down across a savanna, framed with lashes like nature's eyeliner. They don't fly, sure, but don't call them slow. Those legs are engineered for sprinting. In full throttle, they can hit 43 miles per hour and smoothly cruise at 30 miles. These birds move in groups, always alert, always ready to bolt past threats. And those legs are not just for speed. They kick hard enough to kill a lion. Seriously, think of them as feathered fighters. In Poland, a massive ostrich statue was unveiled at a zoo to raise awareness about habitat loss. Number 13, Dalmatian pelican. Now, if you've ever wanted to see a pelican on overdrive, this is it. These birds are beasts, not just in size, but in presence. Known as the largest pelican species alive, they're also among the heaviest flying birds on Earth. Measuring between 160 to 180 centimeters long, their wingspan can stretch out to a jaw-dropping 351. Their weight is anywhere between 7.2 to 15 kilograms. Now throw in that enormous beak, which is the second longest in the bird world, ranging from 36 to 45 centimeters. During breeding season, things get flashier. Their lower mandible and pouch turn reddish-orange, while the top stays bright yellow. Their silvery white feathers, crazy curled neck plumes, and grayish legs give off the "don't mess with me" energy. While usually quiet, they crank up the volume during mating season with an odd mix of barks and... Number 12, snowy owl. These Arctic icons aren't here to look cute. They mean business. With sleek white feathers and those intense golden eyes, they're built for both beauty and brutality. Not lightweight fluff balls either. They weigh between 3 to 6.5 pounds, with almost 4 pounds being pure insulating plumage. And they need it. The Arctic tundra doesn't mess around. These owls survive where most can't. Their favorite food? Lemmings. Not a few, over 1,600 a year per owl. They don't just hunt, they dominate. Highly territorial, they've been seen going after wolves, and they're not shy about dive-bombing humans who get too close. Their talons? Huge, powerful enough to ruin your day. Silently swooping in like ghosts, snowy owls don't need intimidation, their actions speak. Fierce, focused, and fiercely adapted to the frozen wild, they aren't just birds, they're apex survivors. If you find yourself out there, don't expect a welcome, expect a warning. Number 11, Kori bustard. Well, the name might sound light, but this bird isn't playing. One of the heaviest flying birds on Earth, males can weigh up to 44 pounds, with some tipping even higher. Females are a bit smaller, between 60 and 90 centimeters tall, but still nothing to shrug off. Watching one try to take off is almost comedic, wings flapping like they've got somewhere to be but would rather walk. Their wingspan stretches from 230 to 275 centimeters, so when they fly, it's a whole event. Mostly, though, they prefer the ground. Why? Because food, seeds, insects, lizards, even snakes, they'll eat anything. And when breeding season hits, the male turns show-off. Inflated neck, puffed-up chest, low booming calls like a subwoofer in the wild. It's awkward, loud, and very effective. Native to Africa's grasslands, the Kori bustard stays grounded, literally and personality-wise. It's bold, bulky, and impossible to ignore, even when it's doing absolutely nothing. Number 10. Emu. The emu, Australia's feathered renegade, once straight up beat the military in a war. That's not a joke. In 1932, emus were tearing through Western Australia's farmland like they owned the place. The government sent armed soldiers to put them down, but the birds weren't having it. Dodging bullets and darting through scrub like Olympic sprinters, they left machine guns in the dust. After multiple failed attempts, the army gave up. Emus, 1, humans, 0. Today, these flightless giants still tower over the outback at around 6 feet tall. While their tiny wings don't do much, those powerful legs absolutely do. Emus can reach speeds of 30 miles per hour and won't hesitate to chase you down if provoked. Their aggression is real, and their endurance is wild. Only ostriches outrank them in size, but none match their war record. If you ever cross paths with one, remember, this is a bird that once outran bullets and lived to stomp another day. Number 9. Golden eagle. This isn't just a bird, it's a legacy in feathers. Revered across cultures and feared across prey species, the golden eagle is as iconic as it gets. With a wingspan pushing past 6.5 feet, it commands every mountain, hill, and grassland across the northern hemisphere. Its dark chocolate body feathers are contrasted by golden tones near the head and neck, glowing when sunlight hits right. But beauty aside, it's all business in the sky. These raptors are master hunters, swooping down with ferocity and control. Spiritually, they carry deep meaning. Native American tribes see them as messengers of the divine. Their feathers are sacred. Ancient Romans made them battle standards. Norse myth placed one atop Yggdrasil, the world tree. Even today, nations like Kazakhstan hold them as emblems of pride and strength. The golden eagle isn't just an animal, it's a symbol. Watch one fly, and you'll get why legends follow its path. Number 8. Rhea. Meet the rhea, a giant flightless bird that roams the open plains of Argentina, Brazil, and surrounding countries. This isn't just a massive bird, it's culturally loaded. Its name comes from the Greek goddess of fertility, and fittingly, it's the male rhea that does the child rearing. He incubates the eggs and raises the chicks solo, like a full-time dad with no complaints. In Mapuche and Andean traditions, the rhea is more than symbolic. It's sacred. It appears in myths, often connected to creation and nature's balance. Its feathers have been used in ceremonies for generations. Some legends even speak of the rhea man, who is a guardian spirit, basically, half bird and half human. With long legs built for speed and a calm, watchful demeanor, the rhea moves with purpose. It might look like just another tall bird, but behind those eyes is an ancient meaning. Out in the grasslands, it's not just nature, it's legacy walking. Number 7. Steller's sea eagle. If regular eagles weren't dramatic enough, this coastal brute takes things up several notches. Native to northeastern Asia, places like Japan, Russia, Korea, and China, this eagle prefers rocky cliffs and treetops close to fish-packed waters. Weighing up to 9 kilos, it's one of the heaviest eagles on record. Kamchatka alone hosts around 4,000 of them, making it a real eagle hotspot. With bold white shoulder patches, dark brown body, and a beak that looks carved from a block of golden armor, the Steller's sea eagle doesn't blend in. It dominates. Unfortunately, it's not all power. The species is marked as vulnerable. Pollution, habitat destruction, and overfishing are thinning its food supply. Population estimates sit near 5,000 and are dropping. Protected in countries like Japan, it's still fighting to survive. A symbol of raw strength and fragile existence, this rare bird reminds us that even giants can become ghosts if we're not careful. Number 6. Sarus crane. It's the tallest flying bird on the planet, standing at 1.8 meters, tall enough to make most birds look like they never finished growing. With its red head and upper neck set against sleek gray feathers, it strikes a sharp balance between style and subtlety. Found across the Indian subcontinent, Southeast Asia, and parts of northern Australia, this bird prefers open wetlands, calm marshes, and shallow water to make its home. It isn't picky about meals either. Roots, tubers, insects, crustaceans, and even small vertebrates are all fair game. But where this bird truly stands out is in its loyalty. Sarus cranes are famously monogamous, pairing for life. When courting, they don't just settle, they perform. With synchronized dances and trumpeting calls, it's part love story, part theatrical event. In India, the Sarus crane represents marital devotion. Watch a pair together and you'll get it. Their bond is real, and their grace unmatched. Number 5. Brown pelican. It might not have the dramatic wingspan of its larger cousins, but it doesn't need it. This pelican carries its own kind of swagger. Sure, it might look out of place on a list of giants, but its quirks make it stand out. During breeding season, it goes full style mode. White head, yellow crown, dark maroon neck, and a silver-gray body topped with a pink-orange bill. That electric blue gular pouch? Just the finishing touch. Off-season, it chills down to a white head and neck with a pale blush of pink around the eyes. But where this bird truly shines is when it's hungry. While other pelicans scoop from the surface, the brown pelican dives. It folds its wings, drops like a missile, and slams into the sea to grab fish. On land? Clumsy as ever, waddling like it's got no clue where it's going. Found along the coasts of the Americas, this bird keeps things effortlessly wild. Number 4. Andean condor. With wings stretching over 10.5 feet, this bird holds the record for the largest wingspan of any land bird in the Western Hemisphere. Native to the high Andes and the coastlines of South America, the condor doesn't flap. It soars. It can glide for over 100 miles without a single wing beat, riding thermals like it's fueled by the mountains themselves. With its black feathers, snowy collar, and bald head adapted for staying clean while feasting on carrion, it's not a bird you forget. Culturally, the Andean condor is sacred. In Incan mythology, it's a symbol of the heavens, often representing life, death, and rebirth. And while it may look invincible, its numbers are struggling due to poisoning, hunting, and habitat loss. Now, conservation programs are working to keep them in the skies. Massive, quiet, and awe-inspiring, the Andean condor doesn't fly. It owns the air. And when it passes overhead, everything else gets quiet. Number 3. Giant petrel. With a wingspan stretching over 7 feet, these birds aren't gliders. They're muscle-powered missiles. When taking flight, they run across the water's surface like sprinting boats, building enough speed to lift off. But their flying isn't what makes them infamous. It's their appetite. While they'll happily snag squid or krill, they're just as eager to dive into the messiest meals. Dead penguins, decaying seals, even decomposing whales. It's all on the menu. Got some floating trash? They'll eat that too. Behind fishing boats, they're cleanup crews. slurping up leftovers or even snatching bait. But it's not without risk. Some petrels have drowned going after hooks. There are two main types. The northern giant petrel sticks to the oceans north of Antarctica, while the southern variant lives closer to the icy continent itself. Either way, they're big, bold, and pretty gross. And if you get too close, they'll puke on you, literally. All right, now, let's head over to number 2, elephant bird. Now, this stuff sounds completely made up, but this bird was all 200% real. Once native to Madagascar, it grew in total isolation for millions of years, becoming one of the most colossal flightless birds to ever live. It stood nearly 10 feet tall and could weigh a staggering 1,400 pounds, literally the size of a baby elephant. And the eggs? Unreal. They measured over 13 inches long and held nearly 9 liters of volume. You'd need a steel skillet just to flip the yolk. These birds didn't fly. They didn't need to. They roamed dense forests, likely feeding on fruits, seeds, and thick vegetation. Sadly, once humans arrived, everything changed. Deforestation, overhunting, and introduced diseases wiped them out between 800 and 1500 AD. Alongside them vanished other island giants, giant lemurs, Malagasy hippos, and the giant fossa. Gone, but not forgotten. The elephant bird remains one of history's greatest "how did we lose that" stories. Number 1. Great white pelican. Whether you call it the eastern white or the rosy pelican, this bird makes waves wherever it lands. Native to southeastern Europe, Asia, and Africa, it prefers messy, shallow lakes and swampy areas where catching fish isn't just a habit, it's a strategy. These birds don't feed alone. They work in massive colonies, using tight coordination to herd fish into shallow water. Once they've trapped their prey, those huge scoop-like bills get to work. Think synchronized hunting, pelican style. Their target? Fish, and lots of it. Their feeding behavior is like an organized raid. No chaos, just teamwork. And despite their size, they're not vanishing anytime soon. Their population is thriving. These birds are holding steady, showing no signs of decline. So if you ever see one flying low over a lake or leading a group fishing operation, know this: the great white pelican gets things done. We hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe for more content like this. Thanks for hanging with us, and we'll see you soon.